Hello and welcome to the Buzzerbeater Show, episode 89. My name is David Jones, and I just wanted to say last week's episode didn't drop because I was not feeling that well. I probably ate something wrong, was throwing up, and I didn't do a podcast yesterday because yesterday was Saturday, by the way. Yesterday because I was gone somewhere else for quite a while, and then I went to a friend's house. Friends. I went to a party because of New Year's and stuff, and I came back home yesterday around like 10 p.m. So I'm back. I had a break for like a week. So yeah. So I have two scripts right now. First off, I read in my script, I'm super frustrated about these Knicks. So like a couple of days ago, I would have said, oh, maybe not that but somewhat frustrated, but not too you know what I mean? But now, bro, I'm gonna talk into the Knicks a in a couple minutes. But, bro, anybody, you need to watch Jokic. You need to watch Nuggets games. I swear to God. This guy is getting absolutely unnoticed. I heard his first of Jimmy High Roller, a YouTuber. You can look him up. Just type in on YouTube, Jimmy High Roller. And he talked about, like, Jokic. And I was like, Jokic? I haven't heard of Jokic, like, for a couple of, I don't know, days, weeks, months, ever since he has become MVP. I haven't heard of him yet. But it seems to me he has been having a phenomenal season because right now he's averaging 26 points per game with 59 field goal percentage. 59%. 14 rebounds and 8 assists. 59% as of this season right now. As of this far. 59%. Dog, have you ever heard of this? 59? I mean, I was like, oh, it's 41. Oh, that's pretty good. Or like 45. Wow, that's actually pretty impressive. But 59. And this guy's not like your average center, like going down, like your traditional center. He can also shoot that thing, you know? 59. And I watched this video of Jimmy High Roller. Please watch this video. He's talking about Jokic, and that Jokic has had, as of right now, has the most successful season of all time. Nobody has ever had as successful season of all time. And probably his biggest reason for that are his 14 rebounds per game and his 59 field goal percentage. And exactly why is he not in the MVP race, like in the big MVP race? It's probably because in the Jimmy High Roller video, there were some reasons explained. More like, yeah, he's boring. An average NBA fan won't watch those games. For average NBA fans, it's boring and stuff. But I think the strongest point was probably because Jokic plays in Denver. Denver is a big city. A lot of people know Denver, but they don't really watch the basketball team, you know? Only Denver fans really watch Denver games. So it doesn't really draw a big crowd outside of Denver, you know? For example, like, people would rather watch a New York game, or Brooklyn Nets game, or maybe even a Knicks game, than, for instance, like a Memphis game, or a Atlanta game or a Detroit game, and people would also rather like probably the most viewed is probably the Lakers. And I mean, Lakers are a huge, huge market. That's the reason why. That's all there is to it. But Jokic, bro. Bro, these numbers. Just the last time I would say 59%. 59. Jesus Christ. I mean, I cannot even express how impressive that is. So, Lakers. I don't know what is going to happen with this team. But the Lakers, bro, they're not looking good, bro. It's not looking good in Lakerville. It's actually looking really, 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 really shitty. AD is out. I mean, LeBron had a monstrous game the other night, but still, like, the Lakers, they're under 500, right? As of right now? Or are they right? 500, exactly 500. Wait, let me check. Yeah, the Lakers are under 500, so they're 18 and 19. And I mean, like, you know, the Lakers they have Westbrook, which is, how do I put this? Westbrook is not making the smartest decisions. To put it very lightly. His field goals percentage against the Nets, I think it was like 5 for 20 or something, which, so he made 5 shots out of 20. So, for me, my problem with the Lakers is they hyped this Westbrook trade up as a huge deal. And they were like, yeah, he's going to be our missing piece. Dennis Schroeder, he wasn't really our guy and stuff. But now we have Westbrook, and now it can all change. But now it's like LeBron is still the main guy. He's still like the biggest. I thought this trade was going to be the reason why LeBron maybe will slow down a little, have more little rest time. But I have the feeling AD got hurt around the same time, maybe a little later, like February or January. But he got injured around the same time. And I'm just thinking to myself, this is the exact same season as last season. LeBron is still playing his A game, although he shouldn't actually, because he's fucking 37 now. By the way, happy birthday, because he just turned 37, but like, he's still dropping 30 bombs, and he's 37 years old. And in my opinion, somebody like Russell Westbrook should step up and be the guy who can score at will to the basket. Not even like he's not really good at three-point shooter. That's fine. It's fine. But he's still got his go-to move like the mid-range or the fake hezzy mid-range shot or just going to the basket and dunking or just laying it up. But he has been absolutely atrocious around the rim. He's been absolutely awful around the rim. And I mean, this is Russell Westbrook. The guy can't shoot threes. He can't shoot threes, and he's absolutely atrocious around the rim? I mean, that makes no fucking sense. You know what I mean? Whatever, but Westbrook at some point needs to step up his game. That's the only thing I'm going to say. And he needs to be the main guy. And because, I don't know, like, AD is injured a lot, so I don't really know if he's like a reliable, give the torch to him type of player after LeBron. But it's very, 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 very frustrating also to watch these Lakers because you're like, I mean, I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm just like, I like LeBron. That's the only thing I always say every time. You're like, you're a Knicks fan and you like LeBron James? Like, yeah, I like LeBron James. But what for me is frustrating is that that it is like LeBron is still the alpha on this team. And people are not willing to step up. Or they are willing, but they're just not capable for some reason. And for me, if I were LeBron James, I would be fucking frustrated right now. You are saying that this player comes to your team and you're still the main guy. Although you're still trying to surround yourself with teammates that you can rely on and that will play for you no matter what. And will be the first option. So you, as you get older, can rest more. But I would be fucking frustrated if I were LeBron James. I would be really, really, really frustrated right now. But hey, that's just me, and yeah. The Knicks. I actually wrote something positive about the Knicks, like Christmas game, finally winning a game after, I don't know. Maybe they even, I don't know if they won last year or the year before that. But for me, it always has been that the Lakers never won that many Christmas games. And you can see it in their record. They're 22-30. They were actually 21-30, but right now they won the game against Atlanta. And I was like, yeah, woo! They're stepping up, and Julius Randle's actually looking really good and stuff, and blah. But then I was like, this is the spark that we needed and stuff. But the game against the Timberwolves was one of the ugliest games I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, how bad can you play against a team that is basically losing, is basically missing their three main scorers in Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, and Wait. What's his name? Fuck. Edwards, right? Anthony Edwards. Your three main scorers. And Beasley. I can absolutely not stand this guy. And Beasley is scoring on you like that? Not Michael Beasley, the other Beasley, the guy that cheated on his wife and stuff, and I'm not getting into all that drama because this is basketball purely and not all the drama around it. Although I have talked about the drama a little sometimes, but I really try to avoid it. But this game was so ugly because the 3-point shooting was absolutely bad. It was just a 3-point slugfest. And the Knicks were playing so bad. The starters were playing so bad. And then you put the bench in. And they're like playing absolutely great. I mean, Quickly and Obi Toppin are right now Emmanuel Quickly, they're like the dream. They're like a duo. And please, give Obi more minutes. Please. Like, and in the game against Detroit, you can see again, the bench was playing way better than the starters. The starters are Grams, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Kemba, and Fournier. But Grams comes in for Fournier. So the other player was Right, Barrett. So again, Kemba, Barrett, Randall, Fournier usually, but now Grams. Randall and Mitchell Robinson. That is their lineup. I mean, if you were like not watching Knicks games, you were like, yeah, this is a pretty decent lineup. I mean, Kemba is not the same Kemba as we know, but he can still put up points. Randall, most improved player last year, former All-Star. You think he would play pretty well. R.J. Barrett, almost a very good very good second year player. Was it second year player last year or third year? I think it was his third year. Whatever. Very good scorer, very strong, very dominant. Mitchell Robinson, great hustle player. I mean, for me, Mitchell Robinson gets no hate because Mitchell Robinson was the only guy that actually tried in both of those games, the starters. Fournier, streaky shooter. What can you do? Grams, he can shoot from anywhere. He can just grab the ball and just shoot it. But what you saw were unmotivated Knicks players that got replaced by the bench, and the bench was playing better than them. I mean, Alec Burks had a field day against Detroit. A fucking field day. He was hitting threes. You were like, wait, what? How come Alec Burks is closing out this game? Why are they even closing out games like that in the last couple of minutes? Why? It's Detroit. Detroit has absolutely no superstars right now because all of these guys are on the, what was it, the COVID list or something? They can't play games, what I'm saying. Detroit even doesn't have a fucking superstar. And they were leading at some point because, oh yeah, Randall's turning off the ball. Kemba can't hit a fucking shot for his life. Mitchell Robinson is the only guy on the bench, on the starters, who is actually cleaning up boards and stuff. Bro, that shit make me so mad. And then they lost the last night against OKC. Because guess what? OKC actually has a good, actually decent team. And OKC is not even that good. They're not even probably not gonna make the playoffs. Like, what the fuck, bro? What the actual fuck? If the Knicks continue playing like this, they're not going to make the playoffs. You know that? And I was like, oh yeah, the Knicks are for sure making the playoffs. It was an expectation. Last year, then they made the playoffs. Last year, they made the playoffs. But I don't know. Since they have made the playoffs, the Boston games, the first 5 games, I was like, oh yeah, the Knicks are still good. But now they're 17-19, and they're under 500. They're the 10th seed, for crying out loud. The 10th seed. Right now, they should probably be more like the 6th seed, but not the 10th seed. And they're going to play Toronto. And they've lost to Toronto, I think, like 2 times out of 2, maybe? Or, I don't know. No, I think they won 1 game and lost 1. So they're 1-1 right now. These guys have to step up their game, bro. They just need to. I don't want a championship. I just want playoff. I just want to see them in the play. I want to see playoff success. It's the only thing I want to see. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. But it's frustrating right now, bro. It's really frustrating. That's all I'm going to say. So, if you like this podcast, leave a like. And turn on notifications. And subscribe to the channel. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace!